Hey guys, welcome back to EK TV. I'm delighted to be here at Decentralized 2018 in Athens, my first time in this beautiful city. Welcome to EK TV.
It is a beautiful city, and glad to have you here with us, Aaron.
Thank you. So I'm here with Dimitris from Revolut, Greece. So obviously Revolut are doing a lot right now, especially in the crypto space. I heard that you guys just passed 3 million users worldwide, so congratulations. You got any comments on that?
No, we're very delighted to officially announce that huge milestone for us, 3 million users in 3 years, and we're just getting started. It's awesome that our users love the product, they love the ease of use. It's super fast to onboard new users, and that's how we get a lot of new customers online with us.
So how do you differentiate Revolut from other, banking transfer, like for example, for TransferWise or Monzo? How do you differentiate Revolut from those products?
Sure. So I think most of the fintechs out there try to focus only on one thing and to nail it. We have a different kind of approach. Revolut has become a platform that gets a lot of different services for the customers. So it's not just an app that you get a card and you can use it abroad to for your purchases. It's much more than that. So for example, first we introduce crypto. So anyone can just get on Revolut, and within 2 minutes they can buy with fiat currency any of the top 5 cryptocurrencies. So Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, Ripple and Bitcoin Cash are all available in our systems. They can also buy insurance for their devices or when they're traveling. They can also split bills, they can send money abroad without any fees, they can do currency conversion without any fees, which is the unique selling proposition for Revolut. So it's, and we have plans for many more services. To give you an example, we are working on the commission-free trading platform. This is the first for any of these fintechs that you just mentioned. Nobody has done it before. And I think this is going to democratize investing because it's going to bring down all the barriers surrounding investments.
Great. So I understand, you mentioned some of the currencies that you have available, the cryptocurrencies, Bitcoin, Bitcoin Cash, Litecoin, etc. Will Revolut be supporting a potential hard fork for Bitcoin Cash?
So this is happening basically today, isn't it? So as you may know, when you have a hard fork, there is kind of instability, and any big holder of Bitcoin Cash should be very careful of which route they should go. Revolut is doing the same thing. Basically, we will just wait for the dust to settle, and then we will just do and decide the strategy for our users. But for now on, I need to stress that there is no kind of worry for anyone that has Bitcoin Cash in Revolut. They will not be impacted at all.
Great. And you mentioned like the top 5 kind of cryptocurrencies that you guys are currently supporting. Is there any plans to evolve that and maybe get some more coins on the platform?
Sure, we get that question a lot. Actually, when we started, we only had 3, Bitcoin, Litecoin, and Ethereum. Right. And by popular demand, we also added Ripple, which is my personal favorite. This is not an investment advice. And Bitcoin Cash. I mean, we hear the feedback from the users and we try to deploy. It's not easy, but we are always try to be, close with our community, hear their feedback, and act on it.
So I was doing a bit of research yesterday before this interview, and obviously lots of people are saying that it's good for single users to trade crypto or to use crypto on your platform, but for business users that actually try and open a business account on Revolut that work in crypto, they are actually getting quite a lot of rejections. Can you shed any light on why that is?
Yeah. So we are an e-money institution regulated by the Financial Conduct Authority, the FCA. And we have to play with the rules, right? As much as we would love to work with ICOs and cryptocurrency companies, there are some restrictions. And first and foremost, we have to be sure that we protect the system, we protect our customers, and we protect our shareholders. That doesn't mean that we are not, accepting anyone. It's based on one-on-one, compliance decision basically. So our team looks at every project and they make a decision based on the, on the overall image of the company. So yes, we do have some. We don't work with everyone. I think you can appreciate that. Yeah.
Okay. And judging from what my friends tell me, at the moment you can't move Bitcoin off the platform. I think you can sell it, but you can't move it into like your own wallet. Like, is there any functionality plan that you can do that? And why can't people do that if they own it?
Yeah. So we get that question a lot as well, and it's a fair question. I mean, I understand where they're coming from. It's just, again, it's about regulation. So whenever you start accepting Bitcoin from an external address, it changes everything. That means that we might have to change our onboarding system, which, as we said earlier, is very slick and fast. That we might lose that if we start adding, external address for Bitcoin. But what you can do today is you can send Bitcoin from one Revolut user to another Revolut user, and there's no fees and it's instant as well. So at least you can move around your cryptos. You can buy them instantly without having to wait, for days or weeks to get onboarded by an exchange, or you don't run any risk for, hackers to attack a dodgy exchange out there. And we all heard the news and the stories out there. It's real. So I suggest you get your cryptos with somebody that has the capability to protect and has very robust security measures around it. Of course, if you are a power user and you have your own external wallet or whatever, yeah, of course you can do that as well. But the main purpose was to democratize cryptocurrencies for everyone. Bring people that heard about blockchain and they had absolutely no clue how to buy Bitcoin. That's what Revolut is. We're trying to get these guys online first.
So if I buy Bitcoin on Revolut, am I actually buying Bitcoin, or am I buying like the price? Or is it backed by anything? Like, does Revolut actually buy the Bitcoin, or am I just buying the price at the time?
So you are buying exposure to crypto. We have to be open and honest and transparent, and this is also reflected in our website. So we don't, give out false information. It's basically exposure to crypto.
So I guess you have access to lots of data. You're seeing where people are buying crypto from. Like, has there been any surprising markets that or what are the top markets that you're seeing where people are actually buying crypto?
Yeah. So UK is primarily the number one market for Revolut. We have more than 1 million users in Great Britain. We also have France as number 2 market with more than 300,000 users on Revolut, and number 3 is Poland. Poland. Interesting. Yeah, I think it's because they are traveling a lot, they are working abroad, and they are sending money back home. So it just makes sense. They don't have the euro, so whenever they exchange their zloty into euros or British pounds, they save a lot of money with Revolut. Anyway, these 3 markets are our top markets, and I think that they also have significantly high amounts of crypto trading. If I may add to this, Malta. I was so surprised by this tiny country. It's about 400,000 population living in the blockchain island, and I have been blown away by the reception of the blockchain technology. For Revolut specifically, it's the number 1 market in terms of penetration. We have more than 10% of the market, and they love crypto. They are leading the way, in my humble opinion.
Were you at the Delta Summit? Revolut hosted a party there, I believe.
Yes.
At the Delta Summit. Yeah. Oh, right. Okay. I didn't see. Yeah. Cool. So where else then is Revolut looking to expand?
So we have a very ambitious international expansion plan. So we have sent teams in places like the US, Canada, Singapore, Hong Kong, Australia, New Zealand, Japan, and these are the markets that we are going to launch very, very soon. We are very well funded. We have raised $336 million at a $1.7 billion valuation. And we plan to spend that money not on marketing, because the product speaks for itself, so we bring new users by word of mouth, basically. Yeah. So this investment goes back to the product, to bring new technologies, and to also expand in new markets like the US that are huge, and they can bring, as you know, many more millions of customers. So the overall target is to reach 100 million users in the next 5 years.
I noticed that you didn't mention like an African country in that. Is there a reason for that, or?
Well, there was a plan for South Africa. It's all about regulation. So if the regulator of a country is not very friendly to e-money or to opening a new bank account or whatever, then it makes our life harder. And we have to be practical. We have finite resource and we have to plan accordingly. We have to set priorities. LATAM is also into the plan. So we have plans to launch in Mexico and Brazil. But again, that's like phase 2, let's say.
So earlier you mentioned about Revolut potentially opening a trading platform. Can you go into a bit more detail about when that might be and what that actually would look like?
Oh, you're gonna love it. So the idea is that when you see a stock, all right, that you believe, for example, Amazon is going to skyrocket because Jeff Bezos is the best CEO out there and Black Friday is coming, so there's a lot of potential, and you just want to get that stock. But you live in Athens, right? So you don't have access to NASDAQ or New York Stock Exchange, and you don't know how to do it. Unless you are a millionaire that has, that picks up a phone and fires out an order and everything happens by magic, and you are, the girl next door or the small guy in the corner, you don't have too many options. Now we want to change that. Even if you have like 1,000 euros to invest, you can basically do that through the app with a very simple and easy way. You just choose the stock, you buy it without any commission, and then you sell it again without any commission. To do that with any other platform, you would pay 20 euros to buy and 20 euros to sell. For 1,000 euros, that's already 4%. If you add the spread, that's like 6 or 7%. It's crazy.
And when is that likely to be released?
So we are working really hard to release it. I think by the end of the year, it's going to be out there for everybody to get their hands on.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
All right, guys, that's EAK TV. Thank you, Dimitris, for joining us. Subscribe below and wait for the next interview. Thank you.